So I have rituals I tend to do often. I have favorite quotes I tend to say often. So during that intro, moment of silence, you notice me taking a sip. You notice me saying, so with that being said, like I told you before, all my references are Kobe and Tupac related. And you also notice I also say it like I said before. Just that you know I'm not making stuff up. It's just off top. Just the way that it is. When you interact with me, when you talk with me, whatever it is, you'll notice trends. Talking to some homie last night. Yesterday's video. I had a point I wanted to make and a topic I wanted to discuss. That topic never came to light. I just got carried away. Which is great, because that's how you know it's pure. When you have something in mind to talk about and something else comes up, guess what? He's working on your plan. He wants it to be that way, and that's perfectly fine. So, not yesterday's video, but the one before that, I was using normal with air quotes, because you talk about normal or normalcy, whatever it is. Even in America with COVID-19, and here I'm getting off the subject already, getting things back to normal. Because everyone I see right now is wearing a mask, damn near. Some people are driving, and they're smart enough not to wear it when they drive by themselves. But getting back to normalcy, and what's normal to you, what's normal this, what's considered normal, blah, 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 blah. That's another one of those things where it's like asking the question, why? It's open for unlimited debate. Why is this? Why is the sky blue? Why blah, 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 blah? Why? There's a million times this why. When I was talking about normal, and I was shedding light, towards the end of that video, I was shedding light on, I was mentioning me being better than you. And I'm saying nobody's special, but I have valuable cause or valuable reasons to believe that I am different than your average human being. Not to say that that's better, but if you want to talk about normalcy and things that people could do and things that people are capable of and just the mental mind state as a whole, dude, I'm on a crazy level and I love it. And that's why I'm out here recording, because I believe in it. So when it gets to the point when you're talking about people separating themselves from other people and people placing people in categories, and this goes back to me saying about how life is worth living, and I'm probably gonna reference a lot of videos right now, but I'm just gonna ride with it because I don't want to get too far carried away. It goes to life being worth living and people having questions, especially when we're referencing our kids and what's going to happen in the future and what's happening in the past and why did this happen to me in the what's going to happen in the future, what's happening to me in the present, and why did this happen to me in the past. Things like that could make you easily wonder. And a lot of the times a question people ask often is, why me? Why me? Why me? And I've said this before all the time growing up. Why me? And not even like, why did this happen to me? It's like, why am I here? What am I living for? These are questions that people seriously, honestly, typically have often. Children, adults, young adolescents, like everybody has typical, like, why me? Why did you choose me to be alive and live here on earth? I didn't want to go through this. I didn't want to be here. And this is a reference to another video when I said Kobe had all aspirations of being the best he could ever be, but he had no intentions of passing away at the age of 41. Nobody, I'm 38. If you offered me $20 billion tomorrow, but told me I'm gonna die at 41, as great as 20 billion sounds, I'm turning that down, and I am so sorry, because it is not worth it. So Kobe didn't say, hey, I'm gonna live the greatest life, I'm gonna be compared to the greatest of all times, and probably in a lot of people's eyes be better than the greatest of all times, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna have this much money, but yeah, I'm gonna go early. Nobody says these things. So even people ask, why me? Why was I born? So when I told you in my last video, when these kids are living the best lives they could live because their moms are smiling and happy in their face, and their dads are smiling and happy in their face, and they're happy when they walk, and they're happy when they talk, and they're watching them do this, and they're watching them learn that, and the excitement and the joy that is brought to their lives, and the smile that they give you back in return, the things that they are learning and the way that they are living is all fabulous. But no one even says, I want to be born this year. No one says I want to be born at all. And when they are born, no one says I want to be born with Down syndrome. No one says I want to be born autistic. It's not like we get to pick and choose. It's not like you're on the freaking recess court and you have 2 team captains and they're just picking teams. I'll take Craig. Oh, I'll take Louie. Oh, I'll take Sam. Oh, I'll take Billy. It's not, I'm not to say it's not like that, because I'm not God. I don't know how life works. Whatever makes these children the way that they are, I'm pretty confident no one is like, I want this when I'm born. So the fact that people have it, and yes, it's very unfortunate, we need to understand. Okay, so if you're gonna look down on any black person, okay, and especially, let's just reference the news. I don't know what's going on with Israel. I don't know about Jewish, and I don't take the time to learn about it. I've always been like that. If it does not interest me, I am not going to learn about it. It is no offense to you, to your race, to your religion, where you're from, your family, anything like that at all. Not about you, because really, I don't know you. But it's on the news. So there's Israel, there's Jewish, and now there's a lot of Asian hate. And over the past year, well, not even year, let's not get started, there was Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I'm black. Don't forget that too. There's a lot of Black Lives Matter. There's a lot of Asian hate. So when people are born, I don't think they're like, hey, I want to be black. Or hey, I want to be Asian. Or hey, I want to be mixed. Not that way. Life just happens. Seriously, life just happens. So with that being said, it's more of accepting people that were given the pleasure to live a life. And I'm barely scratching the surface on letting you know how people don't choose what they want. Life just happens. And people don't choose to be born in a family where there are low income and live in areas where there are a lot of violence and be subject to seeing that every single day as you're growing. Because guess what you're gonna absorb? The things that you see. Children mimic. My kids copy me, not to say 24/7, but oh my goodness. And it's normal for a child to copy. And as a whole, it's normal for a child to copy. Especially if they are raised in a family situation and they do get to see mom and dad every day. And if it's a boy, they're typically going to copy dad. And if it's a girl, they're typically going to copy mom, but you still have daddy's little girl. So the parents have so much influence on these children's lives. And if they're raised in a situation that's not the best environment, it's tough as a whole. So now that you know what I'm talking about, let's carry this on. I talked about relationships, and now I'm going to talk about life as a whole to help us all understand each other and make sure we don't bring each other down, to make sure we could get along. But I also felt left out and neglected when I was younger. Legit. I don't need to bring any of those stories to light because they don't matter. All those people, I probably still know a few of them till today. All I gotta say is look at me now. And that's just the way that it is. So, hey. So pretty much like it is gonna be the way that it is. But let's just not get too carried away with things and let's start understanding people for exactly who and what they are. People just get carried away. Please remember. Leanne Rhymes. Please remember. I'm trying to keep the shades and the shadows on point. Anyways, peace.